Okay, so today we're going to be making cinnamon buns, and this is a 45-minute recipe. Unlike maybe some of your grandparents or recipes that are passed down in your families that might take 2 hours. My grandma talks about hers taking like a full day to do. My recipe takes about 45 minutes. So we're going to start off by mixing our flour, sugar, salt, and yeast together, and heating up our milk, water, and butter in the microwave just to melt the butter. So let's go step by step through this, and don't forget the recipe's in the description below, and let's have fun today. Okay, so we've got our flour mixture and we've got our melted butter in your milk and water. You want to make sure that your butter is fully melted. You don't want chunks of that when you're mixing it in with your flour mixture. So now that everything is melted and mixed together, we're going to pour this in. Okay, so now just mix this all up. So this you can do in your stand mixer if you want. I don't have one, so I'm just doing it by hand, mixing it up. Once you get your egg mixed into here, you want to then start kneading it by hand if you don't have a stand mixer. If you do, great. What you're going to be doing is you're going to knead it for 3 to 4 minutes, and you want to keep kneading it until the dough's not sticky. And I'm just going to turn it all out onto the counter here. Now don't get rid of this bowl, like don't put it into your sink just yet. You'll use that in a moment here. Okay, so this has been kneaded for a few minutes now. So what we're going to do is that bowl that we just had, light drizzle of oil in there, put your dough in there, set it aside, let it rise. Perfect. So as that's rising, what you want to do at this point is turn your stove on to 200 degrees, let it heat up, and then just before you're ready to put your rolls in the oven, turn your oven off, okay? So let's get that oven preheating and we'll meet you back here in about 5 minutes. Okay, so we're waiting for the dough to set for 5 minutes, so we're going to make up our filling mixture, which is just cinnamon and brown sugar and butter. So let's start off with our cinnamon. You want about 2 tablespoons of cinnamon to a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. So now we're going to roll out our dough. You want to roll it out into a rectangle shape so that you can roll up your cinnamon buns. So getting it as close as possible. And when you let your dough rest, look at how easy it is to roll that dough out rather than immediately working with it. Okay, so you've got your softened butter, and now you're just going to lightly spread that all over, edge to edge. Okay. And now you're going to then sprinkle your cinnamon and brown sugar mixture all over inside. Now, some people like to put raisins in theirs. I don't. I like to keep mine just with the cinnamon and brown sugar. Feel free to dress yours up however you want. Now is the time for the rolling though. So starting from one end, and you're just going to roll it. You've got your rolled cinnamon buns. Now, in my family's and in the Hungarian community, sometimes we'll just keep it in the log and we'll curl it a bit and bake it like that, and then just cut it as we eat it. However, I'm going to show you guys a trick for pre-cutting them. Now, all you need is simple dental floss. You don't want the bubblegum flavor or the mint flavor, just a regular floss. Okay, so here you can see I'm taking the floss and I'm just going to shimmy it underneath the cinnamon bun, and when you get it to the size that you want, you're going to cross the floss and pull. So when you do that, then it just kind of comes out, it just comes out normal, but you're not squishing your cinnamon bun, and it keeps its nice shape. So here, let's show you again. So taking the cinnamon bun, you're taking your floss underneath, pulling up, crossing, and back. And you've got your cinnamon bun. So you're going to do that all the way down. Have your pan sprayed. So we'll do that right now. By this point, your oven should be preheated. I'm going to be at the point of putting these in right away, so I'm actually just going to turn off my oven, because remember, before you put your cinnamon buns in, you want to turn your oven off. So I'm going to do that right now before I forget. And let's get the rest of these into the pan and ready to go. So they're covered. Throw them in the oven for 20 minutes. And then we'll come back, take the tin foil off, turn the oven on, and get them actually baking. Okay, so your 20 minutes of them rising has finished. So what you want to do now is take that tin foil off and close up your oven. Set your oven now to 375. And bake it for about 15 to 20 minutes. So at 15 minutes we'll check it and we'll come back and see how they look. Okay, so this is after 15 minutes. I'm going to put it in for another few minutes here to really get those golden brown. But they've already risen, they look so good, and they smell even better. Okay, so we've got our cinnamon buns made, and now we're going to make our glaze. 1 cup of powdered icing sugar. I'm going to do just a little bit less, actually. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And about 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. So just enough milk to mix it together. And perfect. So now you can take your glaze and drizzle it on top of all of your cinnamon buns. Simple, easy, quick cinnamon buns. Enjoy.